Yeah. Now, so this is what do you say? Yesterday we were discussed about how to plan our SIM, because whatever we have discussed till now is basically the capacity of the SIM, how we are going to plan, first of all. Okay. Then after that, what you have done, you have come to understanding that a specific way there is an approach which you have to follow during the SIM planning. If you doesn't know how many sources you have and what is your I mean like the log capacity of your entire organization. For that, what you have to do, you collect 1 day of logs, okay, and use this as a base thing for your estimation, the capacity, estimation of the capacity, how much powerful and what is your SIM capacity. So the capacity is calculated based on the number of what do you say, sources you
Even per
have.
second.
Yeah, events per second, how many data sources you have, and those many number of data sources, they'll be sending the logs to one device for basic estimation, and based on that, the number of logs received per that day divided by 84,600 or 86,400 some per day, seconds, number of seconds in 24 hours. You calculate it, you get it somewhere around some value. If it is 1 billion, as I said earlier, it will be 11,000 events per second. So if it is 11,000 events per second, you have to make sure like the actual capacity, it should be multiplied by 3. Why we are going to multiply by 3 if we are getting, because sometimes you'll be having the peak traffic in some durations, that also you have to take as a base. So if that is itself on a specific day during Thanksgiving Day or Big Billion Day or Amazon Mega Sale Day or something like that, during that day it will be like say for example 20 uh, what do you say, 20,000 events per second, you might have seen it for that day calculation. So that time it's better for you to make it like 66,000, because 20,000 means 60,000 events per second capacity you have to do, because on that day there could be something might go wrong. Say for example, someone can actually send DDoS attacks onto your system, so that your system capacity might get increased, and all of those logs will also come down to your SIM, and your SIM also will be get blinded because of it is not getting the enough data from different what do you say, sources, because your SIM capacity is overwhelmed with one hour, like only with the web service logs. Okay, so that's the main thing what I am what you have to go through when you are planning it. Okay, now let us get into some important aspects of SIM. Okay, what are the important aspects of the SIM? Say it will be like we have the first part as collector. What does the collector does? It starts collecting the logs from the source. Okay, and then what you have? You have the aggregator. Correct, right? Okay. So what is an aggregator? First of all, you have to know that aggregator collects it and adds the context. Adds the context means it does take care of like say for example, if you are getting some logs that requires to be modified, that it will be taken care by the aggregator. Modifying means like adding a new field, removing some fields, that using the parsing it will take care. Okay, so now let's get little deeper dive into the aggregator. Okay, so because all our centralized application,
Passing
yeah.
also happened in aggregator only.
No, I'll come down. I'll come down because it is
Okay.
altogether like one group which takes care of all these things. That is aggregator as one whole box. Okay. Now let's start with what do you say? What do you say? Um, it's better. How I can say is first you should know like difference between the collector side. Collector side we have two things. Okay, agent and agentless. Correct, right? That's what I have told you yesterday. Collectors are of two types. Agents means you are installing SIM related software at the source where the logs are getting initiated. Example, Splunk, we have Splunk complete software installed at the some server. Okay, but to send the logs to the Splunk, you need a software at the machine where you have to collect the log. Okay, so there if you install this particular software, that is called as an agent. Okay, the Splunk, whatever you're already come to know, Splunk forwarder, you might have heard at least. That is called as Splunk forwarder is called as agent. Okay, now Splunk forwarder I said as an agent. Okay, because only one reason, it is installing on the client machine for the sake of sending the logs to the server, which is Splunk server. So this particular software is serving whom? Is serving the Splunk server. So where it is getting installed, it is getting installed in the client. So that's why we call it as what? The agent. Okay, agent. Now, say for example, uh, Splunk agent is called as Splunk forwarder. Microsoft, sorry, not Microsoft. Micro Focus ArcSight has got what do you say? Something called as what it is? Mm, uh, uh, what I forgot. Connector. Okay, connector software you have to install at the logs. If you have to collect from the Windows server, you have to install some software that is called as connector. That is Micro Focus is given that software. Means ArcSight has given that software. So that software sends the logs to the ArcSight. That connector software sends the logs to the ArcSight. That is why it is called as an agent. Okay. So what is the difference in between the agent and agentless? Agent, you require to put the all different kinds of what do you say? Uh, what do you say? It is a software predominantly. Okay, it requires for you to install it on the system. But agentless, it doesn't require anything. Okay, so do you guys know any agentless kind of things? Have you ever uh, I mean, like come across or have you ever seen anything? Okay, like Windows is there, correct, right? Okay, if I want to send the logs from Windows machine to the other server machine, okay, uh, if I give my Windows machine's credentials, okay, to collect the logs on Splunk server, okay, on the Splunk server, if I give any Windows, because this is all admin part which not required for us, but that's why I'm skipping this. But just remember this, okay. So if you want any Windows logs to be collected without installing any software on the client, just you have to give that particular server's related credentials on the other machine. Okay, that is Splunk server. So if you provide it over there, when you are there are two types of. So let me explain this. That is the best. Yeah, in whichever the interviewer might ask this. Okay, let me explain this. Yeah, like this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There are two types of log collection mechanisms. Okay, the first one is agent based. The second one is agentless. Okay, agent based, as I said, software to be installed. Software to be installed. Example, I said Splunk forwarder. Okay, uh, and other one more example is connector, ArcSight. Okay, arc side connector. Example, just giving. Okay, cover this. Okay, now this you know. Okay, and there is agentless. Okay, you are not going to give no software on log source at log source. This is important interview question. Okay, how they will ask. Okay, how many ways you can collect the logs? You have to say agent based and agentless. He will say what is agent based and agentless. Okay, then you have to tell him in different way. Okay, there are two approaches. Agent based means this is called as push method. Okay, push method. Okay, what is meant by agent based? Okay, you have log source here. Okay, and this logs you are pushing it to the SIEM. This is a log source here, and you have installed here agent. Okay, and here install the agent, and agent is actually oh, okay, okay. Here you have agent. What you are doing is you are pushing the logs to the server. What is the server here? SIEM. Correct, right? Now I am pushing the logs to the agent. This is called as push. You are pushing the logs. Okay. And this is what? SIEM. SIEM. And the same thing you have something called as pull. Okay. The same thing. Okay. No, it's better I'll write it here. Okay. The same thing if there is no software. Okay. If there is no software. Okay. Installed on this client or the source. Okay. And SIEM is actually directly pulling the logs. Okay. From here to here. Okay. Yeah. What it is doing is it is pulling the logs. That's why I'm bending it, little bending it, because it is pulling the logs. Okay. From the log source. Okay. From this location, it is pulling the logs. This is called as this is logs. Okay. And this is agentless because you don't have any agent installed here. Agentless. Agentless. Okay. This is called as pull. You are pulling. How it happens? You are given some credentials on these machines, on this server of this machines. Credentials. Okay. This is SIEM. Okay. And as soon as this particular credentials, right? I forget. Credentials. Credentials means the username password of the source is kept in this, what do you say, given permissions to this. If you go here to Nagendra, where actually we can manage the accounts?
Groups, computer manager.
Computer manager, okay.
Computer management.
Uh,
There is a group, users and groups are there.
users
Yeah.
and groups, right?
Yes.
Yeah, local users and groups.
Local,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, this, okay. Here, what they will do is, here I have created lot of accounts, right? Okay. For this particular location, you create for SIEM one more account. Okay. That is like create anywhere new or something. More options, new user. Okay. They will create for SIEM one user account. Okay. And this is called as service account. You know, right, Nagendra, service account?
Yes, yes, I know.
Yes. Okay. Service account means it is for other systems to access these machines for a specific service. Okay. Say, for example, SIM has a service. Okay. Where it requires to pull the event logs to that particular machine. Okay. For that particular sake, they will create one account. This account, whatever you have to say it as, like, you don't say one user account is created. It's better a user, I mean, an new service account is created at the Windows machine side, and the credentials are given to this particular, what do you say, a SIM, and every time it will go and get those logs because the permissions are there. Only logs will be pulled, okay, whenever you want. And what is the use of this and all, will be coming to know. Okay, this is called as pull. This is called as pull method. So, Subrato, Teja, Nagendra, any doubts you have?
No.
First, we will see
No,
what is the
Raghav.
benefits.
No.
Till here, it is okay, right?
Yeah.
Subrato, for
Yes.
you,
Yes, sir.
push means you are installing the software, forwarder. Here, you are not installing any software. You are giving the credentials of this machine here. Here, it doesn't require any credential because software itself, it is installed. And in the software, while you are installing it, you have clearly mentioned in the push method that where the logs have to go, which SIM server it has to go, and everything you have written here. So in the agent itself, so it will automatically sending all the logs. But pull means it is not like that. A specific amount of time you will be like going and pulling the logs and going and pulling. It may be every 15-second once, or every half minute once, or every 1 minute once, like that. Every certain amount of time you will go and communicate.
Now,
So when you,
where
yeah,
can we configure that frequency?
which one? Maybe
That
it
frequency.
might be, yeah, it might be here somewhere in the
Okay.
Splunk. Okay, let us see if it is
Okay.
anything required for us, we'll do it. But if we are not admin
Okay.
guys, right? So we don't require them. We are a cyber side, so we are not Splunk side, Splunk admin
So,
side.
so we are
Yeah.
not involving to
No,
installing
no,
agents
no,
and.
nothing,
Okay.
nothing. It is not required for us
Okay.
at all. Okay. So the credentials, whatever they have given, is required whenever I go and access this machine, right? That time it will ask, who are you, first of all? Boss, I have come here to get the logs, okay? And they have told me to come and collect the logs here at this so-and-so port, okay? Could you please allow me? Okay, I'll allow, but I want to check your username and password, what you have got. So then it will provide the username and password and checks this client, the source will check whether the guy who came with the credentials is there in their user accounts list or not. If it is there and if it is matching with the same password, then it will allow you to pull the logs from the locations. Okay, else it won't be. Usually service accounts uh, will won't be having any expiry date most of the times. Okay, because if it has got some expiry, then you won't be able to extract the logs from the source, right? Because the account gets expired and the login attempt will get failed. All these things happens when you don't have the logs, enough logs sometimes, then it will be a problem. Okay, so that's why for SOC related activities, the service accounts, whatever they give, it is like never expiring kind of credentials. Okay, so
Not only Splunk, any service,
yes,
for
yes.
any service account doesn't have any expiry.
Yes. That's what I'm telling. Okay. Means like anything, whichever for specific service they are doing this, right? But there are some services like with your vendor, you have some some application vendor related software you might have installed. That support is there for only 3 months. So for the 3 months only, you will give your uh, credentials to him. Beyond that, you won't require to provide something like that. Okay. So there might be some admin related options which will be there to take care of that. Okay. So that is the thing. Let us see. Okay. So this is called as agent and agentless. Okay. So before we get into further down, yesterday I forgot to explain you guys about the like we have discussed about the uh, what do you say Syslog, correct, right? So these things we have discussed. Okay, agent, agentless. We'll get into deep into the aggregator, right from very like a core where we require like to understand why we need that and why what is the use of this and this. More we will understand it. But first of all, I would like to get into the syslog aspects. Okay, so there is something called as yeah, syslog format. Oh, sorry. Here only I have given it. Okay, syslog format where it went here. Okay, this is the syslog format what we have seen. Okay, this particular part, whatever we have, is called as what? Tell me, guys. This is what?
Timestamp.
Perfect. Okay, let me take this. This is a
Timestamp.
okay timestamp. Let me write it. Remember, guys, these are important things for interview questions. Okay, 90% of the people they don't answer these questions. If they ask, like, could you please let me know how a syslog looks, then they won't give it. Okay, time.
How the question looks like?
Just could you please write different fields in the syslog? They will ask.
Oh, that's
That's
it.
it.
Okay.
Nothing. They will ask anything. And the next part
Okay.
is what? The next part is this
Source.
one.
Source.
Source
Source
what?
name. Host name.
Host
Host
name.
name.
Yeah. This is the host name. Okay. This is the host name. Oh, control Y. Okay. This is the host name. Yeah. Next part is what we have.
Process.
Important day by day.
Username and
No,
password.
no.
Issue
Okay.
ID.
Every day you have to go through like unless you remember all the parts, it is important for you. What is this next one? This is the
SU ID.
PID?
IP address.
yes process
Ah,
name.
PID. Yes.
Process name. Process name.
Super. Process.
Yeah. Okay. This is the process name. Okay. What is the next one?
PID?
Process ID.
ID.
Okay. Process name. Okay. Next one is process ID. Something it is there. Dummy they have given, I guess, but let it be for us. Anything is okay. Okay. Process ID. Okay. Let me put it this way. Okay. Next one is here in this.
Message.
Message.
Yeah. Okay. That is the
Log message.
yeah. Event message, log message, or anything you can say it, no problem. Okay. So, and apart from this, we have so many. I will explain. Different systems will generate different ways. I'll explain. Yeah. This is log message. Log message or event message. Okay. Okay. This is the event message. Yeah, this is the one. Guys, first of all, you remember this. Apart from this is a timestamp. This is called as source. Correct, right? Source or host name. Source or host name. Source or host name. Anything you can say. No problem. Source or host name, you can say it. Anything. Okay. And there is something, two things are not seen here. Okay, let me check any log we have. For that, what we'll do, let's get into our this thing, our favorite Splunk. What is that? Localhost 8001. Yes, yes, yes. Don't know whether I have anything. Okay, now I got this. Okay, just okay. Index. I have recording, right? I'm recording, right? Okay. Index is equal to test e data. Okay, and okay. Now what we are going to give? We are going to give what, guys? What we are going to give?
Source type.
Syslog.
Source you have to give. Source type means from which source. I want different systems are sent. Different systems are sent. Okay. Syslogs to one bucket under one category. Okay. That is this log. Okay, and I would like to change the time frame because these logs are old logs which were captured very long time. Okay, let me search them. What happened? Is there any issue? Minimum free disk space 9:35 p.m.
Exceeded your space.
No. There is some settings. I have done some change.
No, here you check with that indexes. So already 1 lakh something is there, right? Events.
No. Okay, let me check. No, it is not that. It is not that administrator. Oh God, now only it has to happen. Okay, provide me someone's access. Your access, you give me.
Okay, I will share you.
Yeah, let me stop. Okay, share your. I will send the request. Okay,
Okay.
don't worry. Request the desktop control. Okay. I have shared your. I have sent your the request.
Yeah, you got
Desktop
it, right?
request. Okay, superb. Okay, excellent. Okay, now give syslog. Yeah, enter it. No, change this time frame. Okay, let me myself. I'll do that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me do that.
What happened to your application and
There might be some this thing I have yesterday. I changed the value, minimum value. I was doing some experiment. Maybe it misfired. After yesterday, we restarted. Means like I have closed the window. It will take some 1 or 2 minutes, but I don't want to disturb it now during this particular. Okay. So
I
if you
you modified something, right?
yes, I modified something.
Okay.
So if you see here, okay, uh, there are like some process IDs there. Okay, um, some syslog messages, everything, all these things are there. Okay, so these are the logs. Okay, let me check. So mostly whatever you have is the this part. Okay, and this is the message. This is the process ID, and this is the process name, and this is the source, that is from where the host name, and this is the timestamp. Okay, and what I was telling yesterday was GCRX is one system, okay, which is sending the syslogs. ERI-DNS is one more system which is sending the syslogs. Okay. So if I say there are different, what do you say, host names I have. So totally 2 host names I have. If I say it here. Okay. Like that, I might be having multiple systems. Okay. They are all collecting the syslogs only. Correct, right? Which are related to Linux. Example. So what I'll do is I'll make them all get collected under one bucket that is called as source log. Sorry, source type. That is here I've written var log messages, everything where from whichever I'm getting the var logs, right? Okay. Those events I would like to get collected from that particular sources, and I will add a tag for those logs that is called as source, so that whenever I want any syslogs to monitor, source type is equal to syslog. If I give all the systems which are sending var log location syslogs to one of my Splunk indexer, right? Okay, so under test e-data only those logs are getting stored, like how yeah, okay. If I say this is a bucket, okay, where I have, yeah, okay, this is the big indexer, big storage I should say. Okay, Splunk storage. Okay, I have different indexers I have. Remember, for anything, first we have to understand what's happening over there so that we won't be having any confusion with respect to the logs. Okay, consider these are different. Okay, indexers. Okay, this is one indexer. Okay, this is one more indexer. You are able to see this, right? These are all one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Same way you have multiple like this. Okay. Indexes won't be there, only one for an organization. It will be like yours is a web application server team. Example I'm telling. Okay. So you might be created your own indexer for your all activities. Okay. Okay. Just I would like to these things here. Okay. Let it be very fast. We'll do it. So these are different indexes. Okay. So indexer. Okay. Index is equal to index. Index is equal to I don't put. I will just put. Oh, sorry. Is it looking a little delay for you guys? Okay.
No, no.
Okay. Because might be I am controlling it, right? So that is the reason. This is index. Okay. This is one more index. Okay. This is one more index. One more index. number index. Okay. So this index, okay, will be holding some data. So now I have to hold some data, right? So in this very big bucket, what I'll do is I will be putting some folders. No. This one we need some folders. Okay, yeah, folders. Why we need, yeah, this much is enough. Yeah, folders. Okay, now what I'll do is where it went. Yeah, okay. So these are different folders, right? These folders are nothing but the source type. Okay, source type. Okay, source type means these are syslog from where? From where log locations. Okay, all those logs. Okay, say for example to this like from multiple machines. These are all Linux machines. They are all sending logs to this particular location. Whenever you want, okay, to access all syslogs, what you are going to do? You are going to write this query. Index, okay, is equal to this index name. What I have given is test. Okay, test underscore edata. Okay, now and in this bucket, I don't want everything. I want only source data. Okay, source type. Okay, let me go back. Let me source type is equal to, okay, syslog. Okay, the name whichever it is there during you creating this bucket name, right, folder name, whatever you created, that name you have to give here. It is not like this name, whatever you want, you can put it. Okay, so this thing we will learn it. Simple thing when we are creating our own log source. Okay, that time we'll see it. But for now, what you have to understand is this is the analogy how you have to understand that you have a big bucket. Okay, all those things will be getting collected over here. Okay, you will be having different indexes. Okay, and same way, what I'll do is I have, say for example, okay, I just extract this particular thing, but it won't go or what? What, man?
No, I think we want
This you move this Teja.
yeah,
This
yeah,
one. The cursor. Yeah. Make it little large. Little large. Make it little large. This one.
this one.
White thing. Just extract it like this.
Yeah, that is one I'm trying.
You are not getting it, huh? Yeah. Okay, that's enough.
Perfect.
Okay. And this is, yeah, that is enough. And here you have one more thing. These are source type. This is belongs to, say for example, keep it like this. Yeah. Let me stop this fan. Okay. Let me take this, select this thing, and what I'll do is all the, okay, Windows machines sending logs to this particular area. Okay, This is finance area. Okay. This is also finance. Okay. Index is equal to finance data. Example I'm just giving. And source type is equal to this thing. Index is equal to finance. Okay. And source type is equal to, okay, that is WME logs. Okay. So these are Windows logs. Windows by Windows logs. Windows logs. Okay. So now this, how you will write the query? Example just I'm giving, don't think that this will be the same thing. Just remember that. Now the index is going to change. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Let me write it.
Index equal to finance.
Index is equal to same. No. Index is equal to testy data. Just I'm giving. Finance means both are under the same bucket. Why we going to use it? Finance related all data we are putting in one bucket. Correct, right?
Okay.
IT related and all one bucket. Okay. Say sales related and all servers, those everything under one bucket. Whoever want, they want. So you are containing the data. You are not letting the mix up of all the data under one big bucket and then you are adding source. It's better like whichever the teams they want, they'll have their own buckets. Okay.
No,
Index
I
is
have one
equal
small doubt here.
to
I think indexes, all indexes have the same data in that, right?
no, it is for our sake, attack logs and all, we kept it in one bucket, right? Okay. That is the
Okay.
reason we are using the same index. But if you have seen web server logs initially have shared one.
Yes.
So that and all one bucket. That is totally one index. That if you go here, uh, you have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go here, okay, and if you click on this, okay, and if you go, okay, uh, okay, don't require any of these. I'll just open it in new tab. Easiest way to understand how many indexes you have already. I don't think whether you have it or not. Index is equal to star, but still your system will also creating one bucket. Your Splunk server, whichever it is there, installed Splunk itself installed, right?
Yes.
All the data is coming, right? There also some what do you say? Some logs will get created under one bucket. So not only e-data, some other indexes will also be there that you will come to know here. Now, instead of seeing like this,
3 indexes
stat,
are there.
stats count by, yeah, it is there, but stats count by uh, index. Okay. Now I will just search this within like a minute. I will get it. Okay. So some travel related logs you have uploaded, correct, right? Under one bucket. All the travel related logs will be there. Testy data means which I have shared with you guys that it is testy data. Main logs are nothing but your Splunk generated logs. Your Splunk itself will create one index for its own. For what purpose? What's happening with your memory? What's happening with your CPU of the system? What's happening in the sense Splunk system? Okay, who has logged in? Who has logged out? All those things will be there. Logs stored. So someone wants to check what is happening with that, they can use this. Okay, so this is called uh, yeah. So Nagendra, you please go on mute. Yeah. So these are all things called,
Sorry.
yeah. These are all things called as the indexes. These are the main buckets. But Splunk software is only one. Okay. For all your what do you say, Splunk related activities, you have main for main there is one index in every system will it will be there wherever the Splunk is installed. Apart from that, user has created different buckets, big buckets. There his choice of data is storing there. All the data, whatever of his choice is storing there. Like companies, what they do is this will be there and these will be segregated according to the organizations. See, mine is some kind of networking means they will have one bucket. If it is a finance team means one bucket. And if it is say for example sales team means they'll have one, because their own machines data will be sent to these their own indexes, and you can put it. If you want to see others data means you have to give their index name. Administrators will restrict whether to whom, which accounts they should be able to access this data and all, they will have control. So now here we have access, because we are only the administrators, right? We have access to everything. Okay, is that clear first of all?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, okay. So this is Splunk. This is not Splunk administration class. So that's why I am telling you guys, don't get confused with all these things. But as our main intention is to learn it from the like our like perception, like what might be happening. That is the only reason why we are telling. I mean, like why I'm giving this. Okay, so testee data and source is equal to some Windows logs, something you will be, whichever the source name you have given, you will be so every time when you're putting the logs of specific thing, it'll ask you what type of logs it is, from where it is getting. So that time source type also you have to give, definitely. So that particular source type is this thing. Okay, so let me let me move this, okay, and come back here. Okay, so as I said earlier, okay, as I said earlier, these are some numbers. Okay, these are the process ID for this process during that point of time. So all these things are here. Left side, whatever you see, which Splunk understood by looking at this log. Looking at this log, it understood. Now, if I say what is the process ID, there are four types of process IDs it has come to know. Okay, and any other things it understood. Yeah, but if you want, you can see, say for example, oh, okay, this is source type is syslog. From this syslog, from which location? From where log location, from that particular source. Okay, they have collected all these things. Okay, anything else we can? Anything? These are the DHCP request. Okay. Yeah, some network related syslogs, I guess. These are all. Let me remove this. Okay. Let me put it like this. And okay, e-data, that's count by, let me check, source type. Let me check. Before to that, we will go and come back to some other aspects. Okay. Okay. Now, I would like to give you many of the people, they doesn't know like what else there might be apart from these things in the kernel. I mean, like in the syslogs. So whenever we are learning, let's learn everything rather than like later point of time. We should, because 90% of the logs what you monitor is it will be syslogs only. Okay, all your Linux servers only. Okay, all of them. You take any device, it will be having Windows servers are only maybe 20 or 30%, but when you work on them like some systems, okay, where it requires for you to some extracting fields if it is mandatory or something like that of the sources, right? So you might be required to work on most of the times on Linux based or web based related activities only. So that is the reason. Let's whenever we are learning syslogs, let's learn everything apart from the fields. Till now, which and all fields we have come across? Let me stop this desktop. Okay, and let us get back to this system again. You are able to see this, right?
No.
My system. Okay, okay. I haven't
No,
shared
I
yet.
think
I haven't
you
shared.
have not yet shared.
Yeah. Now you should be. Okay. Okay. Now let me
Yes, we are able to
like
see.
this. Okay. So these fields is common. Which one? Timestamp. Okay. Process name. Okay. Process ID. Okay. Log message.
You missed a host name.
Yeah, yeah. Source. Source name. Okay. Or host name. Source means okay. Source. This is the host. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Splunk will understand from which folder it has received the logs. Okay. From which location it is received. That's why you have something called as source. Source is equal to, this is the host name from which machine. In this machine, which source I have got? Because I'll be having two parts. Okay, this will be like added context at the Splunk side. That is like the folder from where it received. Means from the root folder, if you go, where is there a folder, and inside you go to the logs. Inside you have this syslogs. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is only to the extent source name. Okay, host is equal to source name. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, apart from these things, what else we have is facility ID. Okay, severity. They come just right before the message. Let us see if we get any chance. We will look into them. But now you go through this. Okay. So now we have facility ID, severity ID. Okay. Severity number, facility number or severity number. What is a facility ID means? From this particular Linux or Unix or some hardware where the Linux or Unix as an operating system is there, right? Okay. From which location, not folder, from which part of the operating system this this log is generated. That is called as facility ID. Facility means which part of the operating system this, which facility, which part of the operating system this log is generated. Okay, so there are different types of facilities IDs are there. Okay, you have to remember 0 means okay kernel. Okay, remember that guys. 0 means kernel. 1 means okay user level. This user level means this message whatever you are seeing, okay, from where it got generated, because that is the event. Whether it is generated this message from the what event is from kernel or user related, means user level, means like not internal like or some mail system related log. I can say this is a 2. You can by heart these if you want, not a issues. User, and this is mail server. If you have a mail system, some mailing system you have like SMTP related service. Okay, some people they use sorry SNMP. SNMP. Yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah. This is mail system separate. Yeah. This is only the mail related. Okay, and some logs continuously. Some say for example, if you go here, As long as I log into my machine, I want my internet to be connected automatically. So for that, I will be having some system daemon automatically running in my system. Means some scripts, okay, some some process like service, okay, services if you take, okay, okay, these are daemons, different types of daemons where like if I take Splunk, where will be auto run related, auto run related. So this is automatic. When my system gets started, my Accountics will get automatically launched. Okay, its current status is it is not running because I have not launched it. But if it is like when I make it automatically, it will start configure it in my system also. Okay, and if you take virtual boxes, it is manual. I have to launch them. But like Wi-Fi and all these systems will be there, right? These things are automatically they will be running as soon as when. So those are all called as daemons, system daemons. Okay. So such type of services are called as daemon service. Is that such system daemon is created? Okay. Okay. All those services that are running. Okay. Based on like users, whatever the configuration, whether it is automatic or manual, those things. Okay. And security means user entered wrong password, user entered right password, user successfully logged in, user failed login attempt, there is a change in the username, or there is a change in the password, there is a change in the someone tried to delete the logs, all those things comes under uh, syslogs, I mean like security. Okay, that is comes under facility code number 4. Okay, now uh, other one is like printer related something log is generated, then it will be like 5. Okay, message generated internally, no, this is 4 is security. Ah, this is like syslog only generated something. Syslog only, that service is a protocol, right? Syslog, what I said, it is a network protocol. That itself is generated. Guys, one thing you tell me, what is the port of the Syslog? Syslog port?
8089.
No. 514. Okay. This
So
this is like
TCP.
UDP or TCP, whichever. If you are doesn't want your logs to get lost, means you use
TCP it is.
TCP
Yeah, got it.
514. If you want to lose, this will be where the destination, the Splunk server, if it is configured somewhere, it is listening to this port. Example, I'm just giving it. Just keep it like that. Means the destination port where the syslog server is expecting you to send the logs. Syslog server is there. Normally nowadays no syslog servers. The syslog servers by default, some all the systems usually what happens is they will send the logs to the syslog servers, and syslog server will be sending logs to our machines. Okay, usually that is how it happens in the real world, but that is not all we need. We don't want. Okay, syslog is there. Syslog, what it happens is syslog will be keeping its sender as port as some random port, whatever it want. But destination port will be 514. Remember that it is not like port 80 means it is source port. Huh? No, the destination where the syslogs, I mean like where the HTTP server is present. So always remember that 514 is the syslog destination port where we are sending it. Okay, so the server is actually expecting the syslogs in that location. If it is syslog server is there, Splunk uses something different, 9997 port, something like that. Okay, so all the logs, okay, from different sources because the agent is installed. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is the syslogs will be like if it is syslog only generated, then it will be like that. Then 6 is some printer, line printer related messages. You have given some network printer related some print you have given or something like that. Then that is this one. Then network related message something like connectivity issue or something like that. It is network subsystem, like IP address I have changed. All those things will have something like that. Okay. Then some other things are right. Okay. 8 I don't know something. UUPC is there. UUCP. Okay. Ninth something clock. Okay. Clock related changes if you do, they'll be coming here. And 10 it will be again security only, but security and authorization itself. Some people use this particular port, some people will use this code, some people use this code. Security, okay. Depends upon, okay, different operating systems. Then what else you have? If you are having any FTP related thing, FTP, okay. If you are like real-time clock, okay, real-time clock means NTP, network time protocol. If you see this particular clock, this is to my this thing, but how accurate is this? I don't know. Okay, but if there will be for all your systems in the world, okay, of your organization is synced to network time protocol, where it will be giving you the exact India time. Okay, here exact India time here. Okay, for your system, that is called as the NTP protocol. Okay, NTP subsystem. Then as I said, log audit. Okay, log audit, log alert, 14 log related anything, log alert. So these type of facility IDs will be there. If you want, you can go through. So log whatever the message you have, this entire this message only the main thing, right? Okay, from which process a process ID is generated from this machine during this particular timestamp. Okay, from where it is generated, from which part of the operating system it is generated is called as, okay, is called as, minute guys, let me zoom out and keep it, is this particular part. Okay, now let me come back here. Okay, 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 okay. So now you know from this particular part I have got it. At least a few you remember. That is better. Okay. Let me cut this thing and let me cut this thing. Guys, if are you getting bored of this topic? I will skip this
No,
immediately.
no.
No, 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 no.
Okay, I'll keep this. Okay. But from this particular part you have got it. There is something called as, from this facility, okay. Say for kernel, it is under this kernel, example I am giving, or under this user level, what is the severity? Severity means like how severity. I don't know. This may be correct spelling. I don't know. Okay. The first one is if it is 0, 0 means it is, okay, from kernel example, or from user level, or from mail server. If it is telling 0 means it is emergency. Okay, from reverse we'll come 0, 1. These are important. 3, more than that. Okay, more than these things because you have to respond. So that is the thing. 3, important to remember. 4, 5, 6, 7. The first one. Okay, guys, the first one is debug. Means usually our developers, okay, whatever they have actually given, right? Some development they are doing, some new feature they are implementing in the operating systems of the kernel. Not you, some developers, operating system developers. So during that time, it is not affecting you at all. Just for their sake, they are collecting some information. All that collecting information is in the form of logs for them, for the operating system guys. Okay, those are called as debug level logs. For their own purpose, if something happens, you please let me know, like that. They are creating one event that is called as debugging, for their debugging purpose. Debugging means checking anything, what's happening with the system and all. For their understanding, you will be telling, oh, this is debugging level log. Okay, so that you will filter those logs. Debugging level logs is not required for me. You can using like 7 related logs. If severity is equal to 7, I don't want that logs itself. So that is how you will remove 50% of the logs. Okay, from that you need not to monitor them. Okay, something called as information. Okay, say for example, okay, like someone has actually say for example, how I can tell, okay, someone like you have received a mail, okay, from your to your mail system. Okay, then that is like you received a mail, pop-up will come, that it will generate an event, correct, right? That is called as information related log. Okay, then um, the next is normal. Say for example, normal means I'm taking only mail as an example. Okay, say for example, um, your mailbox is like 50% storage, something like 70% storage is actually completed. So your mail system has configured in such a way that if something like 70% is, user should be notified. So when the operating system is also configured in such a way that operating system is also configured in a stage that, okay, if it is anything like 70%, you will notify the user. Okay, and you will get notification that, okay, so or one more example is battery. You have 70% or 75, because it is battery is also operating system. Laptop, if you take 70% of the battery it is used, or your hard disk, okay, storage related, okay, 75% of the storage is accumulated, so it will be popping up, free up your space or something like that. So it is giving you some what is something notice. Okay, notice, it is giving some notice. Okay, that normal, it is condition is normal only, but there might be some significant conditions if you are not looking at it now. Okay, then after that, warning, boss, you are crossing the limit almost. Okay, that is, now you crossed 85 or 90% of it. Okay, now after that, error. Okay, so you're completely 90%, 95% of this thing is there. All your attachments with some 10 MB and all will be blocked, or your background services will be stopped because of the low battery or something like that. Okay, now uh, next is that kind of thing, error condition, error. Okay, and critical. Okay, critical means critical condition is how I can say, it is like 5% of the battery it is there. Uh, then after that, uh, next message is alert. Means it will be like keep displaying you here very second. When you close it, another 30 second again will display you that battery is critical, like that. That is kind of alert. Okay. Then the last and foremost is emergency. Means like you will be seeing your battery when it is dying, quick, 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 like that. Your battery will be dying, right? 1% if it is there. It will be asking you to put the cable. Or mailbox is full, like I cannot open it or something like that. Okay. So emergency, and here system unusable. Okay, system unusable. Okay. So which and all things we have to take notice? Which are things are important for us? Most of the times.
Allowed.
From no, all means like from which level to which level. We have to find error to critical or important for us all the time. Okay. We have to focus on these things. Like when your facility ID is 0 and severity is 0. Okay. So if you are getting a message, okay, a message here, you will be getting this before these two, you will be getting that. I will try to get one. I forgot to get it today. You will be having like this. Okay. You will have the log like this. Timestamp, like timestamp. Okay. Okay. And the source name. Okay. That is host name. Sorry. Host name. Okay. Then process name and process ID. Okay. And Nagendar, just mute. Okay. Then here facility ID, not the name.
Log message.
Yeah. Process facility ID. Okay. And severity. These two things will be there. Okay. Then after these two, you have the message. So for the message, these are the important things. Based on these things, okay, you can conclude that, oh, what is this is the log message. Then now what I'll do is I'll put one pipe here. This is separate. These two are separate. It will be like this. And this is separate. This is separate. This is separate. Okay. Guys, is this clear for you or not? First of all, you tell me that.
Clear.
Clear. Now, we will see lot of event logs. That time we will see all these things. We'll do lot of queries. We'll write, right? That time. But the syslog, is it clear or not? First of all, entire thing. If an interviewer asks what are there in the syslogs, you write it and tell me. Means, will you be able to answer it or not? That's what I wanted.
Yes.
Subrato,
Yeah.
100% right?
Yep.
Remember few things. That's it. I want only few things you have to remember. Facility ID means you can tell that is operating system from which location the logs are alerted. Like, is it from kernel or is it from mail system or is it from system security log or audit log, something like that. Okay. So that is the thing. Security means like username entered, password entered, wrong, all these things. Audit logs means someone tried to modify the logs, all those things. Okay, these things. So now this is the severity. Severity means the type, the condition, the current state of the log. For what purpose the log is generated? Is it like for debugging purpose, or it is like for emergency sake, or is it some alert, or it's some error condition, or it is giving us some warning for that thing? Both together, you will come to know about the current status of that particular system. Okay. So you will come to know that Kernel 0 means there is something kernel level, some issue is there. 00 means, okay. And then you will go through the message, okay. If there is any mail server related, 20 means something mailbox related, something mail. This is like operating system will also some mail you can configure, right? That mail related thing. But usually we don't use that, right? Forget about it. But security would take it. 40 means something emergency with related to someone has actually deleted some logs. Then it will be 40. Okay. Or 13 something. 13. Someone has actually entered wrong password, might be something like multiple times or something like that. It will be 40 or something. We'll see all those things. Okay. So it gives the facility and it gives the severity. Just remember that. So this is about the syslogs related. Okay. Now let us see the Windows logs. Go here. Okay. Properties. Okay. Event viewer, right? Sorry. Oh, here I have opened it. Sorry. Yeah. So here also you have the similar kind of options. Okay. You see like warning, information, audit, everything is there left side. But that is these guys will follow differently and syslog will follow differently. Now when I say Windows logs, you have the application logs. Okay. You have security logs, you have setup logs, system logs. Okay, means like which are forwarded to some source or something like that. That is out of context for us now. Remember, how many types of Windows logs are there? Okay, how many types of Windows logs are there, man?
4.
4. The first one is
Security.
application logs.
Application.
Okay, then
Security.
here security is
Setup.
setup
System.
system. Okay, so application logs. What are the examples are there for us application? You take anything, network related applications like DHCP, okay, DNS, okay. All these are applications on like browser. Huh?
Office related. Microsoft Office.
Yes, browser means this IE, Internet Explorer, because it comes along with the operating system. Okay, and Chrome, okay, all those things. Okay, browser. Okay, then all these are application related logs. What they are doing, and security. Security means what? Like user accounts.
When user account, when user logged in, when user logged out.
Correct. Okay. Login related, user account login. Okay. Sorry. Then setup related. Okay.
Patch
Installations,
related. Patch
patches,
related.
all those things. Installation means any installation if you do, that also comes under this. Patch if you do, that also it comes in patches. Okay. System means all your system level, like your DLLs, registries, registers are registries, registries,
REGI.
REGI, yeah? Registries. Okay. All something related to those things will be there in the security logs. Let's see application logs. If I see here details, if you see, if you select this, okay, and this is something related to Windows event 903. Okay, something event ID is there. Okay, something level of thing is there. User not applicable. Something it has told. It has logged it at what point of time. All those things it has given. Okay, for us. If you click on this particular thing, it will give us the some detailed information. Okay, some event data. Okay, if you see this, this is the event data. Okay, And if you want, you can view it in the XML format. Usually event logs are in XML format only. All the events, whatever gets generated, this data, each event in the form of XML, it will be stored. Okay. Now there are different kind of events. Windows, see, if you see, this is important. Event IDs are important. So for that, what I'll show you is there is something called as uh, Windows, okay, security, Windows security. Yeah, this one. And ultimate Windows security. Yeah, this one. This website you go. Okay. This is very good website for you guys to understand about the Windows event logs. Okay. So if I want to know about, say for example, where is the search? Yeah, let me go back here. Let me open it. Okay. If I enter it here, I think here only it is there. Okay. Okay. Say I will share this this thing like Windows security logs, I think. Let me check. Anywhere it is there. No. Okay, let it be. Yeah, this link I'll share. Let me share with you guys. Let me share. Go here. Put it to you. Take it. Just open it. And see here you give the ID, whatever we have come across in the event viewer. That is 903. Okay, no, this is not security, but let me open the security logs. Okay, here also 4799. Okay, let me 4799. If some might not be there, but don't worry, you can get it in some other location. But if it is there, just let us see. Okay, a security enabled local group enabled membership was enumerated. Okay, then some security group something enabled, it seems. But the main thing is some event logs which you want to understand, like this 4624. Okay, example, account successfully logged in. Okay, 4625. Okay, account login failed. So these are the events under security you have to remember. As I said, application, even seriously, I am also not aware much of them. Not much of them. If anything I see, I'll go and search it. I don't remember them. But security, you must learn the security logs at any cost. Okay. So all the logs, whatever we have, whether setup related logs, okay. So something, this is setup related, some package is available or something. Some background intelligence transfer service has a change, something system related. These are like kernel related, okay, and DLL related changes. All those things will be here. Okay, time services, all those things are here. Okay, power, VX, VirtualBox, something kernel, okay, something. Okay, this is some browser stopped due to something it is telling. But these are all like system related logs. Okay. So main thing, our focus will be this, and sometimes if you are having some application servers, sometimes this and this system logs and this security logs you might be required, because some DLLs are something modification, registry levels modifications. So you'll be focusing here. Predominantly security people will mainly focus on the security logs. So you must understand these things. Usually all the security logs are event log, I mean like application logs or setups logs are generated here like this. but as soon as when you send the logs to the Splunk, they will all get converted to the normal event logs. Remember that thing very clearly now itself. They won't show it like this, okay? But they have to show it. They will be automatically converting and displaying you. Let me show those logs. Let me ask our Teja to provide me the request to request the investor. Why we are discussing syslog and Windows logs now? Okay, remember, okay, either you will have Windows operating system, or if you take Mac, Linux, Ubuntu, anything or any other hardwares are nothing but syslogs only. So you have to understand only two logs. One is syslog and another one is Windows logs for the operating system. Remaining logs like firewall logs and all, like those are traffic logs, that we'll see it later. But now the operating system logs, these are the things. Okay. Now, okay, test underscore edata. Okay. Okay. And okay. And source type is equal to W Windows event logs. See, now I have all Windows logs with respect to the security. I am putting it under Windows event log security. And if you see here, application. Okay. Let me check. These are okay. These are the system logs. So application security system we have come across. Okay. So as I said, mainly these logs only, setup logs and all. Maybe the other teams might be. I mean, like mainly it doesn't help us. Okay. So only we are somehow understanding what are the patches are going. All those things we know from the enterprise level, that we don't focus on them. But if you take this particular thing and if you search it, okay. So now you see this. This is like the more understandable format they are showing it to you now. Okay. The more understandable format they are showing it to you now. Okay. See, this is with all whatever you have, everything you received. If I select this and if I click raw, okay, it will be this thing. If you see this left side, every field you will have this thing, event code. Okay, now what I'll do, you see it. And important thing what I said, event ID. Okay, so I'll go here. First know the field name properly. Event code. Okay, is the thing. Okay, event code. Okay, is that the correct thing? First of all, you check. Here also you have, right, A, B, C, D, event code. Yeah, correct. Okay, is equal to, what is it? 4624 means failed logins I want. You provide me stats count by, okay, event. Okay, let's see the logs. Let's see the logs first. Okay, I clicked it. Okay, now I got it. Okay, these are the failure logs. Okay, login attempt failed. Okay, so now you see this. Login name is security log type. That's a login name. Okay, Microsoft Windows security logs. These are okay, 4624. Okay, successful logs 4624. Sorry, successful logs. These are okay. No, I don't want successful log. Okay, okay. Let me show you. Yeah, here. Yeah, see this one. Under the here account name is there. Okay, Account to domain means one group will be there, right? Account group you will be having. See, I am belongs to IT group. Okay. And this is my account name. Mercury is my account name. Okay. Um, then my login ID will be there. Something. Okay. Some they are actually showing it in hex. Okay. Uh, yeah, different way they have actually logged in, like using Kerberos or something. But we don't require anything. First two things it is required. Message successfully logged in. Okay. Audit success means like successfully updated the log to the this thing. 4624. Okay, these are the things. Now I want failure logins. Okay, 4625. Okay, 4625. Now I'll see the same fields. I don't want to see anything. Okay. Now Mercury itself, the account name. Okay. And 4625, an account failed login. Okay. This is a computer name, host name, Mercury dot 43 dot, because username dot domain dot, like where it is actually created. It's local machine only, right? So that is a group they have created under that one machine. Okay. And yeah, this is the thing. Now I want to see this format, whatever it is displayed for you is in the form of the understandable format. Okay, because the logs which are sent to you is in the form of XML that they have converted to normal human understandable format. So these are the things. First, which and all things you have to remember. Event IDs is must. We are going to go through each and every event ID when it comes event log related things. But now just Windows logs, how it looks. I just want to explain you from which system it is generated and type of is login. Okay. And from where, which system. You can get it from here also, account name. Okay. And domain name. Okay. Is like which group it is belongs to. All those things. Okay. So only these parts are required for you to understand and remember. Okay, importantly. Okay, and you can actually create a time chart. Okay, count. Okay, let me like where and all I have found this time chart. Span is equal to 1 minute. Okay, or 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, let's count by uh, event ID or event code underscore time. Yeah. You will come to know about how to write all these things after a few days, but just go through these logs. Time chart to time. Okay, I'll remove it. Sorry, stats. If you use, you have to use this. I have already used it. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is not there. So that's why you won't get any error. Oh, you are getting it, man. Okay. See which and all times I got the failure logins. These are the failure logins. Okay. Once by event codes. Yeah. See 4625. Okay. That's why you have like I'm seeing there is a spike in what it is the time August 18th to uh, some 19th 4 p.m. continuously someone trying to log into the system. Maybe it might be some attacker. So how will I come to know? Okay, so I'll go here, event types. I will see. Sorry, I will just click on this particular timestamp. Okay. Hey, what happened?
No, just you can click directly, no? Here you can go.
No. Yeah. That's what I'm clicking. It is not coming. Maybe some issue. Okay. So here, now I want some information. Instead of raw, I will keep it as, sorry, list. Okay. I will keep it as a list. I don't want table. List. I want the host name. I have seen it, right? Okay. The all. Okay. I will
We can
take.
give you a time range so that we can find out easily, no?
No, we have got. That is the date and time range automatically you got once you click. That's what I was clicking it. You clicked it, it came. During
Okay.
that time only, all these are failed logs only. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I just thought of showing you the easiest way. Yeah, this is the from where the attacker has actually tried to do this login attempt. Okay, 10.0.1.100. Okay, from where? Okay, now let me show you.
Rago, one down or small down. How we
Uh,
know this is the attacker's idea, all those things?
up like no, I'm just telling you. Uh, just I'm telling you. Okay, let me show you some things. 4624. Okay. Let me This is actually the correct source IP address. Okay. This is the correct source network IP address. No. Source IP address. Somewhere I've seen it. Where? Source IP. Source network address. This is network address. This is host IP only. Network address means. Okay. Let me check here. Source IP. This is a hard time for me to look into the logs. Okay. Source network address. Yeah. If I say here, okay, from these many machines I have tried to log in, okay, into this particular machine. Now I'll select this particular thing, okay, 10.0.1.100, right? I will show you that. And source
iPhone network address.
source underscore network underscore address. Source underscore network underscore address, okay, is equal to, you can give 10.0.1.100. I think this is the one which we have seen, 1.100.
Commas.
Oh, sorry, I haven't closed it. Now, let me check. Stats count by, okay, event codes. Now, I don't want this event code. Okay, how many times he has successfully logged in? I want to check it. Okay, here that's the reason I am. How many times he has logged in successfully and how many times he has actually logged failure logs. Stats count by, for that, event code. Guys, if you are not understanding, don't worry. Just we are writing the code. We will, once we learn Splunk, right, it will be more easy for you. Event code. All the queries will be like this only. Only one queries means like only calculations we do. small 1 or 2 lines calculations we do. Those also I will make you to understand, like average, how you have to calculate all those things. Okay, event code. Okay, let us see. Now stats I'm doing. I'm not doing the time chart. Okay, so if you see here, successful logins are only 49. Okay, failure logins are 120 times from that particular thing. Okay, so we will be dive into why we are getting so many failed login attempts from that machine. Okay, I mean, like from that that particular network. Okay, so what kind of traffic is going in that network? I mean, like, so we will deep dive into them. But how you have to do all these things is the first step. Now, why these fields are important means they're giving the context for us to know whether the traffic is malicious or non-malicious. Okay, what happened to that network, and these are the fields that are helping us. Okay, so remember that any logs based on the event fields or events in the based on the fields within the events, you will come to a conclusion. Okay, so based on those results and the amount of type of like results it gives when you try to search
Raghav
for a
garu,
field. Yeah, go ahead.
is there any chance to get the username for this
Yeah,
failed account?
okay. Easily you can get it. See, I will remove this entire thing. Okay, easily, just a simple way you can get it. I'll just search it now. Okay, I'll go here. Okay, this is already there. Okay, the username is hostname is Mercury, but same thing here also in the logs. What it is there, you have to see. This is the computer name, Mercury dot OT dot all those things, or you will also get it from the workstation name for Windows. Hey, on where it is? Yeah, here account name. If you go here, account name, there is something is there. See, account name, how many are there? 3 are there. Mercury, something is empty, and something is Grace Hoppy. Okay,
Okay.
and if you say, okay, okay, if you see here, okay, computer name is also there. Computer names are also two things, Mercury and Venus for are also there. But you want to know, you get using this or using this. Using usually always better to use computer name because that is the ideally everyone will use it, right, across the uh, what do you say, your domain, correct, right? So take that. Okay, go here. Okay, and give here. I don't want anything, all these things. Okay, I want to know the which and all users are actually done failed login attempts and how many times they have actually failed. Stats count by. Okay, I will give this, or sorry, I will give computer name. Okay, that is what the field what I have from the XML. Okay, I mean, like from my log. Okay, I'll just give. So who and all are failed logins? For failed logins, what we have to use? Event code is equal to Subrato
4624.
4624.
24.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
It is
4625.
2625.
4625. Okay, that is successful. 4624. This is failure. Okay, so I have come to know how many times this user has actually failed. 124. How many times this user system has failed? 14 times. Correct, right? Okay. Now I don't want anything. Okay, I want both successful and failure logs and other logs I want under security. Which and all logs are there? Okay, all logs for all the users. How many times? Okay, now you see this particular. This user has got this computer name and these many events are there. So is this giving any information for me? What type of events are there? So only the computer name is giving and some count is giving. This is not useful. Just to keep comma, okay, just to keep comma, and also give event code you give. Now you see it will give more meaningful information for you. That's a count you give me. 4624, you have successful logins from this computer 2958 times. Failed login attempts 124. 4634. See network login or what it is. We will see. 4634. Ayyo. Where it went? Guys, remote desktop. Okay, let me share.
I think is
4634. Okay. Let me open here. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
4634. Okay, see this. 4624 is login. Okay. Now, if I go here, okay, this one, and select this, and I have two options, correct, right? One is like sleep, no, not this thing. If I click this thing,
No. Go to
no, Control
first
Alt
one.
Del I have to click.
No. First one you go in the same power button. There is a settings and first button.
This one restart, huh?
No. That is
This
the
one.
power button. Go in the
Ah,
same line. First one. There is a
yeah,
picture.
this one, right?
User icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just click this. You are able to see this, right? So
Yes, I know.
now, yeah. So this is uh, like lock or something I do, right? Okay, or I move to different thing. There is something called as logout happens, correct, right? So the account was logged off. That event gets triggered. Okay, so this is 4634. Okay, 4635. Okay, an account log 35 is not there. Okay, let me 4 uh 672. Let me check this. Special privilege assigned to a new login, like escalating the privileges. Your user login credentials to some other credentials you have moved. Okay, system user or something like that. Okay, so all these things will be there, but our main context is to know the logs. Okay, first thing, Windows, Linux. Windows, Linux, you have to make sure the single line time frame, username, I mean like system name, and what do you say? Uh, what did you say? Where did I say? Process name, process ID. Uh, After that, message will have facility ID. These are optional, facility ID and severity ID, and the message should be mandatory message. All these things will be there. When it comes to the um, what do you say, Windows event logs, what are the things are mandatory? You have like as I
Security.
said, event ID is the must, computer name is must, and event ID will give you all the information what happened with the system. That itself is more than sufficient. But if you have like from which source it is actually the event got triggered, someone like the like which account they are actually trying to trigger, okay, and if it is failed login attempt or successful login attempt, or how many times, all those things you can use it. Like that's why Windows, it will give you elaborated lot of things will be there, but it is not restricted to what do you say. Much of the information is not required for you. Okay, maybe admins required, but in them few fields are useful for very advanced cyber security related activities, which is not required for us in those options. Like say for example, security user ID is the one field will be there, that it will give you like privileged level access, what you have, everything you can see it. Okay, But it is not required, even though you have process ID and everything in them. In XML also you have the process ID, everything in the Windows logs, but we don't require. Okay, so with that, just remember whatever is required. Now you got the fair amount of knowledge, right? How Windows logs looks, huh, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
So um, even Windows logs can also be converted to syslogs using some softwares, but usually most of the companies they don't do that because unnecessarily why you need to put pressure on that particular machine for converting. So as is, however they receive, they'll be sending some logs. Okay. So this Windows thing, when you log in and whatever the logs is connected, right? So these logs will be connected by the Windows. So you consider this Windows viewer as also one agent. That's it. Correct, right? Some part. When you install Splunk forwarder for this Windows machine, it will be using that agent logs only. Forwarder is also an agent, but in turn it is pointing to that particular logs, whatever the system logs that our Windows system will generate. Okay, and some third-party agents will also be there, but we don't need to focus on them. These are most significantly, they will help you in creating this, as I said, right? Converting the logs from XML to most usable format and giving it to you. Okay, whether it is Syslogs is there are some software companies which they give this service, but we don't require them, those third-party logs. Okay, so remember, guys, Splunk uses universal forwarder for all these log collection mechanism. ArcSight uses ArcSight connector. IBM uses WinConnect. Logarithm uses System Monitor Service as the name of the log collection software what they use. Okay, so as I said, there are some premium services are also there. So what is the use of these agents? Agents are like if you use like a software inside to collect it, it will give you like helps you collect them then and there itself. Okay, and helps you to parse the logs. Means before it taking the log directly in a raw format and giving it to the what do you say, to your Splunk, and thereafter you process, means unnecessary logs removing, unnecessary fields within that log removing and all, it all happens at the source only, means like from wherever the logs we are collecting, right there only. So it reduces lot amount of overload on the Splunk server. Okay, so you can also include some advanced features to them, uh, like based on like your customer needs also. So that is the main important. Uh, so agent based is always best. Okay, so it is like, but only the thing is, um, if you are using agent based, um, like you have to get those things, whatever the processing or anything, you are putting that same pressure on that particular machine. Okay, wherever the source is there, right? That and you are doing what do you say? You are collecting everything at the same instance of time. Okay, there everything you have to collect within that time, and you have to send them. So you will be getting what do you say, less filtering capabilities. All those filtering capabilities and all we'll see it later, like in some time. But just remember the open source like tools, like not open source, the Splunk, which connector, I mean like it uses like universal forwarder, uh, ArcSight uses connector. So all such things you just remember whatever I said. Uh, I'll be sharing some other content with you guys in some time. Okay, but apart from that, mm, what else we can discuss? Okay, so agentless, if you are not using agent, means you are pulling the logs from other source. Okay, no software is required for you to install. Okay, but you can quickly set it up and you can start using it. without any issues. Okay, because you are not installing any there. Once if a service account is created, that's it. No permissions, nothing. Okay, it's easy to maintain because like if there is any upgrade happens to the forwarder, you have to install it. Okay, all those things headaches won't be there. Only server if you update on time, it is enough. Okay, and but the difficulties is like the firewall rules and everything have to be maintained like to for this particular server all the time to be like going and accessing those things in between firewalls or some routers or something else. I mean like firewalls and all everything will be there, and those rules you have to maintain, and you have to like share the credentials of your machine to this particular system, Splunk. If someone compromises Splunk, and if they come to know about these credentials, you are gone. That's it. Uh, and the more problem is someone is deleting the logs at the source. Okay. Uh, so it is like you since you don't have the some that storage of 1 GB or something like that, or some logs will get deleted, right? Those you cannot. You will get an intimation, but if you have forward will be like storing it for some amount of time, right? Like even if there is during some network connections, as I said yesterday, those scenarios you can eliminate. Okay, so you have very limited capabilities compared to agent based software. Okay, so that is the main thing. Okay, so this is about agent and agentless. Okay, so with all this, okay, tomorrow we'll get into the aggregator related content. So collector related things we have finished. Okay, like log collection related things we have finished. Tomorrow we'll be going ahead with the aggregator related aspects. Let's try to finish as much as we can tomorrow. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
That's all the things. Huh? Okay. Hmm?
Okay.
Okay.
Let me stop recording. Yes.